Welcome to Max's IEP meeting. With us, we have today the mother, Kelly, Principal Kish, Mrs. Parker, the special education supervisor, Mrs. Mendick, the intervention specialist, Mrs. Wires, the general education teacher, and myself, Mrs. Galt, the student teacher. All right, so let's get started. So the reason for the meeting is Max's initial IEP, to just go over his services and what we can offer him, and just his general needs that cannot be met in the general education classroom. So is there anything anybody wants to discuss, anything anyone would like to say? As the mother, do you have any questions? Did you get the paperwork that we sent home, kind of going over what we were going to be discussing today? Okay, great. So his test results show that he is struggling in mainly math, reading, writing, and written expression, and that, excuse me, so his, let me just pull up the paperwork. We have his goals. So his assessments show that he is struggling with, he is below average in cognitive development in his reading, written expression, math, and science, that he is average in the physical aspect, gross motor skills, fine motor, vision, and hearing, which average is good. Average is right where students should fall. Below average is when we need to take a look and see what's going on. Oral language and communication, he's average. Social and emotional behavior, average, but struggles with his self-confidence quite a bit. And in adaptive, he scored below average. So our data shows that Max struggles mostly with first grade concepts, which creates frustration and lack of confidence. He also struggles to connect to his peers and with his reading, writing, and decoding. And then he also struggles in his math quite a bit. Do you have any input on that? Are you seeing this at home? Okay. So Max is willing to do his homework here, but he doesn't really enjoy it. And I believe the main reason for that being that he's not grasping the concepts completely. So that's where we'll step in and help bridge that gap. So, all right, we'll scroll through. In his other assessments, in Haggerty, he scored relatively low. Rhyming, he did great in his rhyming production. His onset fluency, he also did very well. His blending of phonemes and his isolating of final sounds, he scored 2 out of 5. In the isolating of his medial sounds, he scored 0 out of 5. Adding phonemes, he also scored 0 out of 5, and deleting phonemes, he scored 2 out of 5. He also wasn't able to substitute his phonemes. So some of the things that we're going to be offering Max is, so we'll be pulling him out of class for no more than 21% of the day. So maybe we're ranging about an hour to an hour and 20 minutes of instruction with the intervention specialist, broken up throughout the day. We'll do a portion on his math and then a portion on his reading, focusing mainly on the reading since that's where he's struggling the most, and just help him grasp those concepts and break down the things that kind of he's not getting in the general education classroom. Some of the services that we've designed for him is specialized reading, direct specialized reading instruction, multi-sensory instruction for phonemic and phonological awareness, to hopefully help with his reading fluency, reading comprehension, and then some hands-on activities to really help him grasp the concepts we're working with. For his least restrictive environment, like I said, he will not be pulled out more than 21% of the time, giving him 79% of his education in the general education classroom. And we'll continue to work with him on state learning standards and receive intervention services for reading, written expression, math, and we're also going to work on some confidence building behavioral skills to really help him with his needs. So we did a little bit of a career inventory. It's not necessary for the IEP, but it's something that we like to do just to kind of gauge where his interests are and see if we can help use that in his education and in helping build his plan. And Max shows that he likes realistic hands-on jobs. Those categories include police officer, chef, and zookeeper. He also really likes social jobs with helping others, like a teacher, principal, or he even said judge. The one that he gravitated most towards was police. So it's not recommended at this time that he has an extended school year. I think that we'll do just fine with within the school year to help get him caught up and help him with his struggles. And yeah, so that is basically what we're gonna do. And if you have any questions, okay, great.